How are you? Good to see you. Yes, how are you? Good morning. Hold on. How are you? How are you? Fine. Myself. No. Wow. That's a good one. The old guy. Probably see me like what's happening. And I think it's the activities have a chance.
All right, welcome back to my channel. This is Biafran Lens, and you know what we do here. We give out information on issues trending and happening in Biafran territory. Now let us go back to this issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because today Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has actually been trending all over the world. Go on Twitter, go on every social media platform. He continues to trend. Now it is beyond trending. Just the same way we are witnessing another illegal court hearing. You need to understand the reason why I'm using the word illegal. Now, trying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the zoo, that is in Nigeria, is the highest level of illegality that I've seen in a very long while. And this illegality has been going on for straight 5 years. For half a decade. Forget about the first time he was arrested and all that. Now, let us not forget how Nnamdi Kanu was actually being caught. He was abducted. Let's get this thing right. He was abducted. So, in other words, he was actually kidnapped. So that is the first crime of the zoo, which they clarified and they apologized. So if Justice Bintayako then, when he was handling the case, clarified that, even Omotosho also did that. I think the first day he presided, he handled the case. He apologized. Yes, I think I'll get the video immediately after this analysis. Now, after doing that, you abducted this man. Then you went ahead to try him. At the end, you saw that he was innocent. You released him. You discharged and you acquitted him. Yet, your illegal DSS that has been showing every form of illegality to the people and to innocent people. This same agency, the sister agency, the EFCC, are showing their own illegality with the case of very dark black man. We know what is happening to him. Everybody heard the story, how he was abducted. Now they've issued a statement to apologize to him. And the sweetest part of the apology, as I said, in the statement the EFCC released, they apologized in the manner in which they used. They knew it was unlawful. So these people continue, to shush the law aside, to do whatever they want to do in the zoo. And someone is telling me that there is hope for the zoo. No, there is no hope, because why other countries, are liberating themselves from this corruption and illegality and all that, the zoo continued to drink the ocean of corruption like Hannah the many every day. But even when the water don't full, they see they pour more, they drink. They are swimming in the pool of corruption. That is the right word I was actually looking for. They are swimming in the pool of corruption and illegality. Anarchy everywhere in that country. And yet, we are hearing international communities coming out to defend some certain things, but yet you have failed to defend an innocent man that was being held unlawfully. He was abducted. He was treated and in the most inhuman ways I've actually seen in this century. Who still does that? It is only in the zoo we see this kind of illegality. So the second witness came today. I'll be dropping the full details of what happened in court today. And he was asked some certain question. In fact, this second witness is even more confused than the first witness. At least the first witness they brought at least did some answering. At least he answered. But this one, he doesn't even know his left from his right. So the case today was total shambles. Like, it was just a waste of time. And the reality is that they're just wasting time because they truly know what to do. But they've refused to follow the rule of law. But yet, you claim that you have a law that you want people to obey, but yet the judiciary has failed to respect this law. Why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still being tried? They should discharge that young man. He should go home. Let's face reality, please. This is not a country that is working, and this country does not look as if it's going to work. The zoo is gone, and they've destroyed the country further with their evil and their atrocious things. Go to there's this community that is going down. We are crying for Ukraine. International communities are coming out to speak, but they have failed to see the injustices being meted on people in Biafran land. On daily basis, these terrorist headers are buying innocent people, in the northeast, and here nobody is saying anything because it is not Fulani people who've experienced the highest level of anarchy in the animal kingdom, Nigeria. But meanwhile, let me leave you with the full details of what happened in court today. Please, wherever you are, you're watching this video, please help us to share, help us to subscribe, and let this channel go viral, because we will keep on making sense, in favor of our people and Biafra.
The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, is back at the Federal High Court Abuja for his trial in a case of alleged terrorism leveled against him by the federal government. Mr. Kanu, who is all smiles, is received by his defense team. Present in court also are his family members. At the last hearing, the trial judge had approved an accelerated hearing of the case, and he kept to his words, just as the counsel to the federal government, Adegboyega Awomolo, called its first witness, a DSS officer, who testified behind the screen. This, according to him, is due to the nature of the case and for security reasons. The first witness of the federal government, with code name PWAAA, says he led the team that arrested Kanu at a hotel in Lagos on the 14th of October 2015, and the room where he was arrested looked like a broadcasting studio. Mr. Kanu, who claimed to be in the struggle to make life better for people, admits setting up Radio Biafra as a communication engineer. He, however, admitted not having a license to operate a radio station in Nigeria, which is a crime, but defends his action, saying he knows that if he applies, it won't be granted. In Mr. Kanu's statement, he further admits to fighting for emancipation of the people of Southeast, South-South, parts of Benue and Kogi. He declared that freedom fighting is not a crime in any part of the world, including Nigeria, because it is a fundamental right. The defendant further adds that he believes in the freedom of speech and that the UN Charter on People's Rights guarantees the right to self-determination. He denies involvement in any violence because he has not been linked to anyone. The defense team speaks after the day's proceeding, just as the prosecution declines to react.
The matter has eventually kicked off without rancor. You needed to have been in court to observe the proceedings. All the parties cooperated, and PW1 testified. PW1 is Mr. AAA, as he was designated. He investigated the matter 10 years ago, and today he came and gave his evidence and tendered documents.
The government is finally having the trial that it desires. Our position still remains unchanged despite the ongoing trial. That our client is innocent of the charges, that the case is driven by political considerations, and in the end, the innocence of our client will be established.
After 10 long years, finally Nnamdi Kanu now has his day in court as the Nigerian government called its first witness. The case continues on Friday, May 2nd under cross-examination by Kanu's lawyer.